Let's start this session. So, Once again, my name is Isaac Newton Francis. I'm a forensic examiner in FBI Labs. Uh, and today we're going to talk about multimedia image forensics. Uh, and in my last previous session, I talked about audio forensics, introduction to audio forensics, and you can just check it out in our YouTube channel page, FBI Labs Classroom. Uh, you can just check out if you're really interested in audio forensics and its contents. And we are going to talk about today. We are going to talk about multimedia forensics. I mean, multimedia image forensics, which is a more deep content into multimedia forensics, where we can differentiate multimedia forensics into three types. One is audio, another is video, and another one is image. So these three are the most important topics in multimedia forensics. Let's get into it. So today, uh, as you can see, one of the most exciting fields in today is cyber forensics. So in this session, what we are going to do, we are going to, we're going to explore a particularly very important area within cyber forensics. That is multimedia forensics. Basically, like digital forensics, it involves three methods. One is collection, analysis, and presentation. So these three methods are used for the digital evidence, for the acquisition of digital evidence that is legal in court. But what does forensic investigators do? But in digital forensics, forensic investigators, they acquire important information from the crime scene, from the computers, and they construct. They develop a structure, a blueprint for acquiring the evidence and submitting it into the court. Like that, multimedia forensics is the next step. It is same like cyber forensics. It is same like digital forensics. It is what is the speciality of multimedia forensics apart from cyber forensics? Uh, Multimedia forensics is like you're using some scientific methods, important scientific methods to analyze the content itself, to analyze what is the content we are going to see about. So, in the department of multimedia, digital forensics, like it have a lot of challenges in that. Like, for example, in our multimedia forensics, what we are seeing is, like already told you, audio, video, images, and text. These four things are the most important phases of multimedia forensics. So in today's generation, like a lot of people having mobile devices, like storage devices, pen drives, systems, computers, laptops, with high-speed internet connectivity. So users, like online users, are there mm, giving a lot of amount of data for this. So this particular thing has benefited multimedia forensics. Digital multimedia in the first place. So it is like the forensic experts analyze and they try to study about this and research about this particular domain, this multimedia forensics. So it is very important component of digital forensics. And as you can see the slide, we can just differentiate like what domains of digital forensics are there. And particularly multimedia forensics, how does multimedia forensics play a role in digital forensics? And yes, the second thing we have to know about is multimedia forensics, like digital forensics, how it is differentiated into different domains, and how particularly multimedia forensics is differentiated into these classifications. So already I told you multimedia forensics is like a very important and it is challenging area of domain. So it is still growing. This department is still growing, and it has progress has been made in the research community. And editing techniques and media creation, all these are continue to improve. And certain things why we use multimedia forensics, major thing is one concept is called manipulations, forgeries, as you can see here. uh, so here we see the part called image forensics. We can see the classification of image forensics. What are the classification by classification of image forensics? One such thing as the forgery, model identification, camera identification, forgery detection, and forgery localization. So yeah, um, so most importantly, like media manipulation has become a very serious problem with its effects in the past generation and the upcoming generation. Media manipulation, multimedia crimes, I mean, related crimes are evolving more and more. There are a lot of tools available even in online, like Adobe Photoshop. So in those days, like Adobe Photoshop were very complex. I mean, very difficult, and it needed like experienced persons to even use Adobe Photoshop. But in recent years, like the rise of AI generated softwares and people with good experience in Adobe Photoshop, in Photoshop, I mean editing tools and softwares, manipulation has become a very easy thing to common people. So and a lot of like deepfake images, deepfake algorithms, I mean face manipulations, and a lot of editing techniques are there. For example, there are a lot like celebrity editing manipulations and face image AI face forgeries. So a lot of things are there when we dive into this topic. And another thing is that um, so multimedia forensics commonly it has like two parts. I mean, uh, one thing is that multimedia can be used for good purposes, for constructive purposes, and it's very useful for our benefit. And there are both side of coins. Like another side of coin is that it has some destructive purposes too. So it can be used for bad things. It can be used for crime related things. So such multimedia forensics is like two sides of coins. So what is our main priority, like our main intention about learning this topic is that we come to learn a new domain, such a domain like multimedia forensics, and what possible solutions and existing problems are there to these related crimes, for multimedia crimes. So uh, this what we are going to talk about today, like it is like an introduction to this particular domain, and it focuses only on media manipulation and media content. And what is actually we are going to just talk about what is this domain and how can we counter forensics this domain, how can we counter all these crimes, and what are the analysis methods to it. So I also hope that this topic like inspires everyone, and this topic really uh, everybody tries to learn about this topic, this domain, and how we have to like how we have to counter these crimes and how we have to be safe from these crimes. So yeah, let's go on it. So next topic we are seeing about the source identification and the integrity verification. So Basically, this is about multimedia forensic techniques. Before we are going into the crime related concepts, let's just talk about a basic topic about the forensics related to multimedias, and what are the techniques we generally use, like what are the key points we are going to talk about. So here we can just read that digital image or other data. Multimedia forensic techniques aim to address several key forensic questions. So, including one point is we read that is source identification. What is the origin of data? And another point we talk about is integrity verification, that is tampering detection, and has the data been altered or processed in any way? So, yeah. So, first thing is, before we go into this particular topic, I'll just tell a small thing. Let's just go into another small topic before going forward to that topic. Yeah, and our main topic today is image forensics. As we already see that our classification of multimedia forensics is into three contents. One is image, video forensics, and audio forensics. So audio forensics is uh, already live webinar is there. You can just check it out. And image forensics. So yeah. So what is image forensics? So yeah, we can read that image forensics involves applying image science and specialized knowledge to analyze and interpret the content or integrity of an image, often in legal concepts. So yes, image forensic means like applying science and a particular knowledge to analyze and to interpret the content. I mean the integrity of an image. So in legal concept, uh, this is the major definition of what is image forensics. So what are the key points in forensic image analysis is that things are like the improvements in image forensics, and basically what does a forensic expert do in image forensics. So yes, topic. I already explained that what is the basic definition of image forensics. So, and what type of evidences we are going to talk about. I mean, handle in image forensics. So basically, when we read the word image forensics, we can just have a basic knowledge of what type of evidence we are going to see in this. So it is just basically like multimedia evidences. So and as I told you before going into deep into it, just let's just go into that what kinds of devices we are going to, uh, I mean, analyze in image related evidences in image forensics. So here are some of the examples of devices that you can just read, and what kinds of evidences that in forensics, in multimedia forensics, forensic expert handles. So first thing what we see is that CCTV DVR, that is called closed circuit television digital video recorder, a normal CCTV evidence. Next is CCTV NVR. So CCTV NVR is like closed circuit television network video recorder. So what are the main differences in CCTV DVR and NVR? Basically, what is CCTV DVR and NVR? So main difference of NVR and DVR is they process raw video image, raw video data. DVR is like a digital video recorder, and NVR is like connected to the network video recorder. So a DVR, it converts like the raw footage, like the analog footage, into a digital format. While the difference of NVR is that NVR typically works only with digital footage, only in digital footage through networks. Uh, Also, DVR systems process data at the recorder. Uh, but while the difference is that NVR systems, they encrypt and encode and process data at the camera. Basically, they process data first at the camera, and then they before transmitting it to the recorder for storage and remote viewing. Uh, that is how they process data at the camera. uh, And major difference of DVR is that DVR is only connects in the analog CCTV system with a thing called cable, a thing called coaxial cable. It only connects in that particular type of cable to the analog CCTV system. While the difference of NVR is that NVR it connects to an IP system, IP camera system, uh, using a basic Ethernet and Wi-Fi connection. So these are the two major difference of DVR and NVR, and these are very important evidence in our digital image forensics. And next thing is MDVR, mobile digital video recorder. Uh, so, for example, MDVR is it is designed only for in vehicles. You mean vehicle cameras and tracking systems, cameras, those types of things. If you see in a vehicle, there are front cameras and tracking system cameras, uh, map location cameras, and the response cameras. All these are use particular these types of evidences. I mean, these types of devices are MDVR. And next is action camera. So that is called GoPro. So GoPro, yeah. GoPro is another camera. It is if you just check it out, it's like a small camera that it points and shoots. The It is like a very small camera actually, and it is used by many persons in their front forehead. Another thing is that it is waterproof, and it is so small thing, and it is also major important evidence in digital image forensics. Next examples are concealed camera. Mobile phones are also used in particular evidences. SLR, basic SLR or digital SLR, DSLR cameras, and also 360 cameras. So these are the examples of, these are the main evidences that we are forensic expert analysis in this multimedia forensics. Uh, yeah, the next thing is, so we learned about the basic definition of image forensics and what are the types of evidences we are going to, we saw what are types of evidences used in image forensics, particularly image forensics, and all these things are done by a forensic expert. So why do we rely on a forensic expert? I mean, a professional for this domain. Why do we really rely? Why can't a common person do? Why do we need a forensic expert to rely on this particular domain? So why do we trust actually? Why do we trust a forensic expert? So already I told you in this current generation, deepfakes and image editing techniques are there. A lot of image editing techniques are there. All these crimes are done to day by day by common people, and these types of crimes is very crucial for investigations. So it's very good to rely on a professional. I mean, it's very really important to trust on a forensic expert in this type of domain, because having an experienced image forensics, multimedia forensic expert or a professional is very important for analyze the accurate crimes and the structure of the crimes that is built, and what are the types of image crimes that are involved. So image, as I told you, image forensics is very important in revealing the truth of what happened in that scenario, and what has been done, what type of forgeries are being done, and what type of destructive contents it can happen, what type of destructive contents it will happen if such type of crimes are done. So that is why, and forensic expert is very very important for analyzing and identifying these types of crimes, if it is an editing crime or if it is a manipulated crime. uh, so the forensic expert is really very important. So what does second thing is, what does a forensic expert do? Mainly what, like basic points, we'll talk about what does he analyze, like what does he do in this concept. So first thing, what does a forensic expert do is he analyzes and he sees if the evidence requires like a strong grasp of forensic methods, if there is any tampering issued, if there is any manipulation issued. So he just the person just analyzes all these things, and he follows a very strict guideline practice. I mean, a very strict scientific guideline practice of what is to be needed for these types of crime. I mean, multimedia crimes. And he provides, actually the forensic expert, what he does, he provides a clarity, he provides a good data, credible data, and with the practice of the scientific methods, scientific community guidelines, and he provides a clarification, a verification, or an integrity for the type of crime that is being analyzed. The forensic expert does those things, and and the forensic expert, what the evidence that does he provide is, it is legal in court. It is accepted in the part of legality, and it is accepted in the part of court. So that is why we should it is very important for a expert. I mean, for an expert, that we should trust on the forensic expert for multimedia forensics. Not only in multimedia forensics, basically in our digital forensics domain, a forensic expert is very important for this role. So that is very useful in the integrity part and the legality part. So uh, we just saw about the basics of multimedia forensics. What type of forensics, I mean, we just saw the detail about image forensics, and what type of evidences, like what type of evidences we basically particularly handle in image forensics, and why it is very important for an forensic expert, for an I mean a multimedia forensic expert, to handle these types of crimes. So the basic question what we have now is, what are those types of crimes? What basically, what type of crimes are we going to see that we rely on those forensics experts? What type of crimes we will see day to day in this domain? That is a major question here. So that is what we are going to talk about and we are going to discuss about. First thing is image manipulation. So one of the basic crime in multimedia forensics is image manipulation. So I think everybody will have an idea about what is image forensics, basic idea. Yeah. So just read the contents. Like first thing is like image manipulation or image tampering. It's also called as image tampering. So it is the alteration of a digital image to hide or distort information, important information within the image. Yes, yes. So what is this thing is that there is no single specific standard procedure for evaluating authenticity, actually, or integrity of an image. So there is no like yes or no answer to that. There is no like a single procedure that is available uh, for this type of contents. Just by visual, I mean inspection, we cannot analyze the what type of crime or what type of forgery is made. in an image. So it is not possible. It is also not possible to differentiate the original image from the forged. I mean, from the forged or manipulated image, from the original image or the altered, faked image. So we cannot just see or differentiate these particular types of crimes just through our eyes or by visually. We cannot just give a report for it. Hence we have understood that it needs some expertise, it needs some professional, and we need to understand some things like called non-image features and image related features to analyze the particular image, what type of manipulation has taken place and what type of alteration has taken place. So in this image manipulation, I mean, in the coming sessions, we shall understand like how this image related features can be used for detection of image manipulation. And in this particular topic, I mean about image manipulation, we shall first we shall just realize how image manipulation will be done, and as well as how to detect, how to analyze such image forgeries. And the next is the widespread availability of advanced user-friendly image editing software makes it easy to modify digital images. So, before going into that, as an introduction, I'll just give you a basic definition of image manipulation. Uh, Image manipulation is also called as image doctoring or photo montaging, or also another one term is called image splicing, or the tampering of a photo, or compositing. I mean, compositing of a photo. So all these definitions what I gave, all these synonyms what I gave are called image manipulation and image tampering, because it's this is due to the why these manipulations takes place is due to the widespread. The second point we read that it is because of the widespread availability of advanced user-friendly image editing software. Because of common friendly softwares and user-friendly editing softwares available on the online, makes it very easy to manipulate the image and uh, doing a forgery type of content. And the third point to note that Albert Einstein, the popular scientist, said, technological process is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. So it is true, actually, it is true in this topic of digital image technology, because it is, before I told you that it like image forensics, I mean, multimedia forensics is like both side of a coin. It has its advantage and also has its disadvantage. So it has both like constructive purposes and as well as it has destructive purposes. There, as we can say, there are a lot of advantages and there are a lot of useful for in this field, in this particular field. It is useful in educational field, it is useful in entertainment field, and at the same time, like what I told about the destructive process, that it has lost its truth. I mean, it has lost the truthfulness of the images, the truthfulness of the content, and that it is also useful in using for destructive purposes like deformation, cyberbullying, cyber threatening, using fake images, altering images, manipulated images. So we are seeing this from all day to day in our news content about fake images, celebrity fake images, AI related images. So I could say that is this is for example I can say this is something like a material, plastic material. So plastic material is, it is like very useful. It is used in our day-to-day lives, but at the same time it is also like very harmful to for the environment. If you burn the plastic, it is very harmful for our environment. It is also very harmful for our health. So this same concept only image manipulation is. Image technology too is the same concept like the plastic. So it has it's both side of coins. So let's just see into the image manipulation. A small example of what is image manipulation. I mean, if we see through these examples, we'll get a more idea about this particular image manipulation feature. So let's just look at this picture. In this picture, we cannot identify which is the original. I'm sorry. Uh, yes, in this content, we cannot identify which is the original picture or which is the faked image. I mean, we can just see a circle in that, but apart from that circle, I mean the spot. Uh, if a common person sees, we cannot identify through visual inspection which is the which is the original image or which is the fake among these. So I'm just showing that just by I'm told you just by visual inspection, it is not possible to differentiate the original and the faked images. So that is what image manipulation is like. So just through our eyes, we cannot just commonly tell that this is the original image or this is the faked image, and what type of alteration is being made, what type of tampering is being made in this content. I mean, in this image, uh, and where can we identify these types of forgeries taking place? Just through deciding ourselves, we cannot process with these things. It is absolutely not possible. So that is what image manipulation is like. So we really need experts in this profession to really analyze in this particular type of crimes, in this particular type of concepts. So yeah, the next thing we are going to see about, I told you that a common person cannot recognize. I mean, he cannot just visually confirm which is the faked and the original image. So then the question comes. The question comes is that how we are going to able to understand manipulation. How we are going to detect such manipulations. What is the process actually? So, and image tampering can the image tampering can cause data. That cause the content to be distributed and misused without proper authorization or licensing. So there is no licensing in that particular image, or if there is no authorization in this particular image, uh, it is not like possible original image. It is a tampered image. So without having a consent of the owner who process the image of the photo, so it keeps on like distributing common. It keeps off distributing without these permissions, and hence we need to authenticate first. We need to authenticate such images without licensing and without authorizations, as well as we need to validate their content. And if some misuse happens, like if we need to detect such forgeries, so these types of image editing techniques are happening and concerns are happening. So there are three main concerns, and we will discuss furthermore on these points, like how we are going to detect manipulation. That we have to authenticate the image, and that means who has created the image, and copyrighted the information of the image, verifying the image, verifying the contents. So the contents is like it must be protected. I'm just telling that it must be protecting again and again, without any licensing of an image or without any licensing of the particular content. It should not be processed more, and it finally confirms it is like an manipulated image. And if at all it is manipulated, we should have some way to detect such tamperings. So What are these ways? I mean, what are methods to detect such tamperings? So we can just read the fourth point here. An image cannot be considered a forgery depending on how it's used in a specific context. I also discussed that about uh, just before. An image altered for fun, or someone who has taken a bad photo but has been altered to improve its appearance, cannot be considered a forgery. And even though it has been altered from its original capture. So I already told you, if it is really used for bad purposes, image tampering is used for bad purposes, then only it can be considered as a major forgery, major crime. Next uh, topic is that the truth behind photos. What is the reality behind photos? I mean, what is the reality behind the fake photos? So in this topic, no single standard method or procedure exists for assessing the authenticity and integrity of an image. So we can find out a realistic answer for this actually. For example, it is very difficult. It is very difficult to find a deterministic answer like yes or no. If it is a fake image or it is an original image, it is highly difficult to find out if it is an original image or a fake image. A small example is here actually. You can just see. Uh, I told you before that we cannot see through our eyes which is the fake and the original image here. So the technology for manipulating images has advanced much faster than the development of methods to detect fake imagery. That means the imaging processing tools, the editing tools, and more advanced are becoming more advanced and are becoming more effective than the image determining forgery detection techniques. So actually, like forgery detection techniques are lagging behind. They are like lagging behind in these types of concepts when compared to image processing techniques. So even experts often they cannot just rely solely on visual inspection to distinguish authentic digital images from forgery. So basic common word is that visual inspection. So even like professional forensic expert, they cannot uh, depend on the visual inspection just by seeing if it is an original image or if it is an fake image, and deciding if it is an authentic image apart from the original image. And so let's just understand. Uh, let's just understand how many ways in an image can be manipulated. How many ways image can be manipulated on certain concepts. How many operations will it may be used to create a tampering. So here are some few operations. I mean, here are some few methods. One operation may not be possible to create a convincing tampering or one realistic forgery. It is always a combination of these operations to create a realistic forgery. And these are the types of image editing methods. These are the types of combination of editing image methods used for making a content, making a image manipulation. So yes, we can just read those methods. So these are the types of image methods, basic editing methods used in creating a fake image. One such type is compression, enhancing, retouching, panoramas, inpainting, morphing, copy paste method, and copy move methods. And also here's a small example of how this is a very popular example actually. It is a photo of Abraham Lincoln. Uh, so we can just check out the which is the original image and which is the faked image. Here we can just check out the face of Abraham Lincoln is this is the original image, and here we can see these types of manipulations have taken place in these photos. I mean the head of the uh, person has been altered. So this is just a small example of how manipulation or altering, tampering takes place. And these are the types of basic methods, and there are more contents actually. There are more methods if we like. Uh, I mean, if we learn more about image forensics, we learn a lot. I mean, a lot of advanced in today's generation. We learned a lot of advanced editing techniques. But these are the basic editing techniques we are going to talk about. Uh, uh, Yes, first basic concept is editing technique is called compression. So once this is a very basic operation method, editing method. It is actually used to like what to say memory space, and it helps to transmit the image quickly. Uh, on the other face, it is like it is to migrate. I mean, it is to migrate the investigation process. It is to rely on the investigation process. That means it eliminates or it erases the evidences of the forgery in that image. So you can use this quality of image, this high quality of image. The original, like if we see this example, the original image is like 5.7 MB, and the other compressed image is like 470 KB. This is called compression. Visually, we cannot, differentiate. I mean, say which is better one. The original visually, if you can just see the original and the compressed image, we cannot just differentiate through visual inspection which is the original and the compressed. I mean, without this heading and without the data, we cannot just randomly see and tell which is the original and the compressed image, and differentiate and tell which is a better one or which is the more less clarity one or more poor one. So anyway, this resaving operation again and again, that recompression operation makes this investigation process. It is very difficult. Actually, I told you through visual inspection we cannot just randomly tell, and to get a clue of such tamperings without like the use of softwares or without the use of metadata, we cannot just analyze and tell it is like a original or a compressed image just by visual inspection, and which is more quality one or which is more less quality one. So one type of such editing technique is called compression. Second concept is we're going to say about is enhancing. So I think you're already have an idea about what is enhancement. Even in our when we are taking photos, like we have some filters in our camera, in our beauty filters or enhancement filters. So we'll be having a little idea of what is enhancing is. So enhancing is like another operation that is used to improve the quality of the image or the visibility of the image. So using this particular method, this operation, it is possible to convert an image from dark image, like for example from this particular thing, we can convert from a dark image to a bright image, or from a bright image to a in a contrast less, I mean in a very dark type of image, dark image, also called as dark image. Like this, the operation will be used for also for bad intentions also. and it's also used for good intentions, like I already told you now, basic mobile. When we capture a photo, we can enhance it, we can beauty filter it, we can use editing techniques in that. So enhancement is like a basic method, and it's also used in day-to-day image crimes, image forgeries, also image manipulation methods also. So one such type of method is called enhancement. Yes, another operation, another editing method called retouching. Another thing is called retouching. Um, I'm sorry. Before that, we just see this topic called colorization. It's also called as a recolorization image editing method. So when we see the pictures, we can just look out the original image and the altered image. And there is another example in this particular picture. This is an original image and this is an altered image. So colorization is also another method. So what does this method do? We can change any color to any other color. So this is also one kind of manipulation actually. So it is very difficult. It is very difficult to detect such manipulations because it will not alter. It will not leave any such impressions. I mean any such clues on the image. So by visually comparing, we can see one is like in grayscale, in black and white, and one such thing is color. So this is also an enhancement procedure, like refilling the color of a particular image. And this particular concept too can be used in manipulation methods, even in crime-related forgery types of incidents too. Uh, yes, the fourth topic, the fourth imaging editing method is called retouching. And retouching is also another operation. So you can just see the image, the particular example. There are two examples here: the original image and the retouched image. Another image here is an original image, and here is a retouched image. So what is retouching is called? Retouching is like which you can see that this is used to create a beautiful photo. Like this is a local image alteration. So local region of the image will also be manipulated to create a convincing forgery. By using this retouching tools, there are a lot of retouching tools online too. And by using these tools, these kinds of image by lightening the skin tone of the celebrities, and it is published on the internet, something like this. Uh, so retouching is like taking the original image and giving a filter. I mean, like if you can see in these photos, like there are like smudges on these photos. This is a possible photos taken from an open source online. And after retouching the image, we can just see that these smudges are being filtered, and the face of the person is being enhanced to HDR quality. So, and also another example, you can see that here the original image has been conducted, and it has been retouched, I mean altered to more enhancement, and the the face of the photo is also been enhanced, and the contrast of the photo is already also been pitched more. So these are the types of examples of retouching. And I also told you this these types of forgery and these types of method too is used in more crime related forgeries too. And we can analyze these types of contents. So here too we can see another example. One such example we can see, I already told you, like the original image and the retouched image. The original image here is the authenticated image, and I'm sorry, the integrity image, and the second thing is been altered. We can see the difference between this image and the second part, the retouched image. We can see the filter happened in the first original image, and the filter happened after that image. And here is another small example of a magazine cover. We can also the skin tone of the I mean the little baby, and the skin tone of the second picture. And the editing, I mean the magazine cover has been altered from the original image to the second magazine page. And the third image what we are seeing is here another popular photo. So here too we can see the original image captured from the source evidence, and the original and the altered image that has been altered and tampered, I mean retouched, more and more retouched. And how filters make use of this particular original image and the altered image, I mean the retouched image. So this method, I told you also, it is very useful for in I mean in image related technologies. These technologies are very useful in our day-to-day lives and also in professional way. But another thing is that I told you it is more used for bad intentions also. It is also used in crime-related forgery incidents like image manipulations. It can be also used in those types of incidents. Next image editing technique is panorama. I mean this even this image editing technique, we will have a little idea about how this happens. As I told you, in our phones too, we have a concept called panorama filter. We'll be having little idea. So panorama is like helpful in taking a photograph of an more elongated in a more long field of view, which is usually created by joining like multiple photos which has overlapped field of view. So here in this example, we can see there are 22 images combined. This is an image of a crime scene, indoor crime scene, where there are like 22 particular images combined into one elongated field of view. So it is also very helpful to view, and it is this is one kind of such filter operation. It is being used in manipulation image forgery related concepts too. So in forgery related concept, you can even edit like a lot of images in a particular field of view in a particular one single picture, and it can be presented as a type of alteration too. So this is also a popular type of crime that takes place in these types of editing techniques. Uh, yeah, there are a few more editing techniques, and we'll just try to close the session really because as we have spent time here. There are just a few more topics here, editing methods and topics to continue. One such thing is called in painting. Uh, yeah, so in painting, this is like a new concept, and it is like in painting is like another. It is also another method which is used to construct the destroyed portion of the image. So if some painting is destroyed or some portion is like, so you can see that this can be the in painting of the operation. So in the original image, we can see this is a particular location. So this is a particular location, and then we can see where that alteration has taken place. So such kind of these kinds of operations, these kinds of editing techniques is also misused in this way to remove the object. So here you can see this object is being removed and altered. So how the similar portion it is copied and pastes to conceal a portion of the object of the image. And through using some of our forensic tools methods, we can analyze which particular material has been altered, and we can just see which has been altered in this picture. And we can see here this is the original image, the authenticated image. Here we can see the detection results of what type of images has been altered. I mean, what type of images has been inpainted, and the final result is that where it is masked, which image has been altered and which images has been masked here. So this is in painting. This is the type of procedure where we can just check what type of contents has been added to the authenticated image. Here is also another example you can see. There are like examples here. I'm sorry, one example. Yeah, two examples here. One such example is this location and this particular second picture, and you can see what type of in paintings has been taken place. The forensic analysis has been made from the original image and the altered image, and it gives out the empty net and the IID net of the in painting concept of what is the original source type of image and which is the altered image. It point out the particular combination of from day to day life we see in our news even AI manipulation, face morphing, even in open source tools, there are some things are there, but there are a lot of face morphing techniques available online. And the right photo are two different. Final photo, totally original image. So it is also possible to create a non-existing person, also like this types of methods, just by combining the features of the two or more faces. And you can just read the description of that particular example. Morphing. The original data from the data sets involving morphing approach reported was used for the creation of morphing. It is noted that both the cases the morphed image would be led a successful verification to both contributing subjects by automatic face recognition system. So automatic face recognition system is a forensic analysis method used for these types of face morphing editing techniques. And this editing method is being used to analyze how face morphing has taken place and what are the authenticated image, how it has been tampered and differentiated. So it is also one of the most popular type of recognition system to analyze in these types of crimes taking a forgery incident taking place. Uh, Another type of method, also known as copy paste, and another one is copy move. This is the final base of editing, basic editing method, copy paste and copy move editing method. So copy paste is also like another form of manipulation. That is copy and pasting. It is like copying and pasting some other portion of the image and on some other image. For example, here we can see an example of original. There are like three types of original images here, and there are like three types of copied and pasted image. So this particular type of method is used to create a new image by copying from the original image and pasting into another image and making creating a new altered image. Now, this is also one of the popular digital image forensic methods, which can detect the common case called copy paste tampering. So, also we'll just check out another method, another example. So like this, we can see another example. I'm just showing you one such original photo and one such authenticated photo. I mean, sorry, tampered photo. Like this, another photo you can see the copy paste forgery happening and how the finalized detection result has been made. One such thing as original. There's an original image, there's a forged image, and the third is by analyzing it, how we can detect the altered and the altered particular material where it is altered and how it is copy pasted. So here we can see how an unaltered image uh, is happening by cutting the region. Here, this particular region, how we are cutted. I mean, how we are cutted and we are moved. I mean, copied and moved to another part of thing where the finalized result we can just analyze using this forensic analysis method how it has been cutted, and if the second image is being blank place pasted, and it can detect if there was an object there. I mean, this the original image, there was an object there and it has been edited and altered. And the particular analysis method can also point out in which horizontal or vertical concept of how it has been altered, and it gives a spot of how uh, the source of the photo and the origin of the original image. Here is also another example of copy paste method to know. This is a photograph of a building actually. So here we can see another copy paste forgery showing an unaltered image into which the cut region part has been pasted from where the right hand part of the building. You can see here in this original image a building is there, and in the second image a waterfall is here, and it has been cutted and edited. I mean, it has been cutted and pasted in the second photo, and here we can see the third which has been altered. And in point of view, after the detection result method, we can just analyze that the baseline white area, this white area denotes the pasted regions, how it is pasted and how it is altered to. and it gives a detection result of the deep learning based methods of how these methods are used. And this is the finalized copy of compression taking place from deep learning AI tool, from where we can just check out these white space regions have been altered completely from the original image. So one such operation is called copy paste, and you can just check out the description in that example if you want to know more about this particular concept too. So finally, the last final stage of basic editing method is copy move. It is same like copy paste. Copy move is like another operation too, where it is nothing but a cloning operation. It is like cloning operation where you can see this in the left photo is the original, and in the right photo is a forged one. Here the number of, if you can see here, the number of lions are replicated. I mean, it is copied. This particular content has been copied and replicated, and the altered image, how it results is that it's been copied and moved to another side of the photo and pasted in another object on the same image, and this results in a forgery. This results in a copy move forgery. So this is also one of the most popular and most easy type of alteration, uh, and this is also one of the most basic editing type of method too. So yeah, so we just had a small discussion about the image editing techniques and what are the types of image editing techniques. So these are all the operations which are used to uh, detect manipulation, and as I said, it is not a single operation. It is used for a creation of the forgery, maybe a combination of these operations. It is not only single operation in media. All these combination of operations have been used for altering a particular single image or a multiple content of images too. And it is used to create a very good forgery and good type of manipulation, and forensic analysis methods should have experts should have good knowledge about these types of editing techniques to know or authenticate these images. So finally we saw all the image editing techniques, and after these image editing techniques, uh, just by these image editing techniques, we had to know how image has been manipulated. Next thing is we have to know the main concept is called EXIF metadata. So we have to know the metadata of that particular image is integrity is authenticated, or if it is a verified, or if it is a fake metadata available. So first, let us understand how to detect such forgeries, manipulations. So we have understood there are so many ways to create a forgery. Then how to detect such forgeries? The first and foremost method is studying the properties of the image. As we know that the image metadata will be stored maybe inside the image, or maybe another file attached with the image. So this is called EXIF metadata. Except this as exchange image file format. The metadata includes, what does the metadata includes is, we just I'll just zoom this picture. This is an example of a EXIF metadata, a media metadata. image. Uh, so what does it include? It includes the date, time, camera settings, GPS data, audio data, video data, how it has been photoshopped, and the raw data. So this metadata is also editable. It is also editable, and this can be extracted by many tools also available in online. So also metadata is not safe from crime types of incidents. So these types of alterations can be also be made in metadata also, and there are tools available online for these types of contents. So here is another metadata of an image, of this particular image. We can just check in these types of tools. We can just check the information of the metadata, and it can also be possible just by clicking the right button on the image. We can see the properties of the image, but there are other tools also available to extract such information, and there are three differences in this. There are differences in this. One is few cameras will give you a large number of metadata, and few cameras will only store only the single number of, less number of metadata, so that it differentiates from camera to camera. So each camera has different kind of metadata to tell you more explainably, and it depends on the type of camera you're using and what type of metadata it gives. And one other important point is this metadata is editable. We can change the date of the camera, the date of the image has also been taken, and in a camera model or the camera name or anything, all the fields are also editable here. The file name, the file size, the dimensions can be edited. It can be cropped. The model of the image can also be edited. And sometimes when we upload our photos or to any social media, to any things like Facebook, any social media type of uh, things, or any websites, sometimes we delete this, they erase all the metadata before uploading. So what is that? Once we upload, it automatically erases all the metadata of that image. So finally, we cannot rely on this information to decide the original image or the fake image. So just it may give you an idea of, for a detection process, but we cannot completely trust, rely on this metadata information to decide the authentication of the image, if this image is being altered or if it is an original image, just by seeing the metadata. So all these types of forgeries happen commonly in our day-to-day life, and one such method is exif metadata also. So exif metadata is also not safe from these types of forgeries. And you can just see another example of exif metadata. This is how exif metadata will be. You can just see the contents. Also, these types of, I already told you, these types of contents can also be editable, altered, and tampered too. The metadata can also be tampered, and if this is tampered, like the authentication of the integrity of the image can also be tampered. So that is all for today's session. We just talked about the starting, the what is multimedia forensics, and what is the classification of multimedia forensics, how it is, the scientific methods of multimedia forensics, how it is classified. And our main topic is about image manipulation and image forensics, what type of image editing methods are taking place, and what type of editing tools are available online, that we will discuss in more in the upcoming sessions, as there is no we have taken much time today. and that will be continued on a second part. You can just read the contents of the second part. The second part will be more about the manipulation and analysis methods too. So our second part will be held on the upcoming dates that will be mentioned in our uh, LinkedIn post, and it will be mentioned on our social media page. Um, so we might have a quite understanding of today's topic. So that's all for today. And if you want to check out more contents of our forensic contents, if you're interested in more about the forensic contents and forensic videos, you can just check out our YouTube channel and LinkedIn post. You can follow our social media, and if you want any feedbacks or any queries, you can just email to our mail ID that will be given here. So that's all for today's session. So thank you.